The very first draw in Britain's new national lottery.
Sinclair believe their C5, Britain's first mass-produced electrical car,
has something called the internet.
Dog sharking, festive, but none of the locals go paddling. Yeah, that's warming.
No bottomless gate! I can't speak!
You can't win anything with kids.
Pac-Man, one of the superstar video games in the business.
Do you threaten to overrule him?
If fool, we can't get fooled again.
Remember when it's the lowest form of conversation.
Hello and welcome to Who Remembers, the UK Nostalgia Podcast. My name is Andrew and I'm joined by Leroy of Liamshire.
Hello. Yeah, I didn't expect that.
Well, I didn't know.
I didn't know you were going to use my full title, to be honest.
Liam of Liamshire. Yeah, and this is a fairly impromptu listeners' comments, isn't it? Because we were supposed to be recording tonight with a special guest, but he couldn't make
promises
it.
were made.
Promises were made, and promises were
kept.
So we thought, well,
to be fair, we get it, don't we? Like life keeps happening, and you just have to roll with the punches, don't you? So
roll with the punches. Yep, some of us are professional, some of us are not. No, so we obviously going through. We thought this would be a good way to go through everyone's comments because we've left it later and later and later. Do you want to just bang on to it, Liam? You want to get straight through listeners' comments?
Yeah. So you've divided it in two. I'm going first. Yeah, and actually, what I notice is you started us with a bit of a theme here. So, first comment we have is from Berlin Blade, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, Berlin Blade.
Yeah.
Who's condolences. He recently lost his job, didn't he?
Yeah, he'll bounce back. Oh,
yeah, certainly. He's probably already bounced back. But anyway, shame the episodes aren't a little bit longer. Some of these topics are pretty niche and hard to get an hour plus out of them, I guess. So, yeah. I mean, I think you responded. I don't quite agree. It makes us sound like absolute paupers, saying like we can't do it because it costs more money. we could do longer episodes. We're restricted to sort of monthly content length, and yeah, we're sort of conscious that at the end of the month we can't have more than a certain amount of content, or we have to pay a little bit more. It's not a huge amount more, but that's the cap. That's where we. Yeah. That's what we have to fit within. So, yeah, take Berlin Blade's point. There are certain times where we would like to carry on for a bit longer, but we sort of feel like we've probably done enough on that now, and we finish it there.
Yeah, and we also have to think like if we wrap up here, we could probably get another episode out this month. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's like you do have to pay for the hours, and we're trying to do it. We didn't used to do it every week. It used to be quite more sporadic. We're trying to do it every single Tuesday. This is obviously coming out on a Saturday, but this is
the listener feedback. Well, we'll discuss further probably after the next couple of comments, but the listener feedback's just go out as and when. We've sort of read that Tuesday is a great day for releasing. Don't know if that's true, but that's what we're going with. We've read it. We don't like it. We're gonna have to go along with it.
Yeah.
And the next comment, Carl. Do you think by this point there's enough to start a Patreon? 30-minute.
This sounds
episode.
like, by the way, this he has written.
Carl exists. This is not like in brackets, Andrew, Carl. Well, as far as we know, unless you've set up another account called Carl that I don't know about. As far as I'm concerned, Carl is a real. He responds to a lot. Yeah, unless it's you and you don't want to say it. But so, do you not think by this point is enough to start a Patreon? 30-minute episode for free, and a full director's cut behind a paywall. So this is interesting. We've thought about it, haven't we? Like, you don't want to be a knobhead, do you? And sort of say,
that's it. You don't want to be a dick. You don't want to be. Oh, here we go. After money. If we could make our money back from doing this, we could easily do obviously a 30-minute episode and free full director's cut. But I don't know how many people would be that interested in it, realistically. So genuinely, I don't want to fuck anyone off. Let us know if you would be interested in paying. It'll not be a
yeah,
small
I mean, obviously,
I said it'll not be a small fee. it'll not be a small fee.
Nobody's going to want to publicly admit that they would pay money for this nonsense. So send us a DM or an email or whatever. But potentially, we would love to do more with this. I mean, it doesn't cost a huge amount of money, but it does cost us money each month to host it. If we could just cover
we want to
that.
get a website done as well, don't we?
Yeah, we've looked at a website. Everything I'm reading tells us you need to do a certain one, and that you get your domain and you get AI tools to be able to do quite clever stuff on there. But that costs money. I mean, long term, we'd absolutely love to have a go at maybe even recording some of the bits of scripts and skits that we've got written.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, we're nowhere near that. But yeah, if there is a kind of appetite for something like that, we would certainly look into it. And
it sounds a bit like David Brent when he's going. Public seem to be like, yeah, like what else have you got?
Yeah, I mean, we have got other stuff. I don't know how good it is, but there is more we can do.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately,
enough to do.
It's not a sob story, this, is it? We enjoy doing this. You know, if you look at the living we made.
Oh yeah, and we didn't come in like thinking like, oh, I want to make money out of it. If people want longer episodes, we probably will have to set a Patreon up to do it, just purely because it's going to cost us even more.
Yeah, we don't want
to put stuff out.
We don't. It's becoming like more than a sort of premium gym membership per month. Like we like this. It's a nice hobby, but
yeah,
we can't keep bankrolling it. Like I don't know. Like I say, and by the way, if nobody wants that, that's absolutely fine.
This is what I mean. I don't want to come across. I don't want to come across as like fucking out, like hit like and subscribe, one of them thingy. But people, like, obviously, there's two comments here. Berlin and Carl were both long-term listeners. But, like I say, the reason the episodes are short is we're trying to do them weekly, but we'd have to pay more if we did them longer because you have to pay by the minute.
Yeah. We might do more if there's an appetite for just covering costs, basically, and also, again, this sounds a bit sort of like. Oh, like they're trying to be, but if anyone is sort of struggling, is out of work and really wants access to the page,
double.
Then we will have to take ownership of your house now. But we would give people free access if they're struggling. It's just if you have people say, don't they? Oh, like it's the price of a coffee per week. If you could spare that for us to do more. It'd be nice if you could give us a little indication on that because we might do more with it.
Fuck it, we'll just carry on doing what we're doing.
If not, we'll just keep the averagely good, fairly regular content coming out, and that's it.
Averagely good, that's better.
You can have it gratis for free.
But yeah, like I say, brought it out first because, like I say, we wanted to bring it up on here just to say if people are interested. Well, I'll happily do it. We can afford to do more in terms of time-wise, but can't afford. Well, I can afford it, but where'd you draw the? That's
what I mean.
Line?
Yeah, we can afford it, but it's not just like we're not homeless. We can afford it, but we don't want to pay any more. To be honest,
don't want to afford it. Yeah. So let us know if anyone would be interested in a Patreon and what you might want to fucking do. Let us know. If we don't hear anything, we move on.
Yeah, we'll pretend we never asked. Next comment from Ron. Just rated your new podcast. Went for the classic 3-star. Like all the best restaurants, 3 stars, average to poor service, infrequent attention, no refills, but the food is great enough to put. So I don't. Yeah. So is he kind of saying the content's great, but the service is not great? So we're not doing enough.
Well, I think it's just not enough attention to detail and things like that. Do you know what I mean? We just turn up, don't we, and see what happens, and then sometimes you get a good meal. Sometimes you get a good meal. And like I say, no refills. That could be, an analogy about how short some episodes are. But as we've said, there's a reason.
I agree. By the way, with the sentiment because I don't like this thing that when people are reviewing a film or a footballer's performance that the average seems to become a 6 or a 6.5. 5 is the average. That should be the midpoint. Nobody should get a 10. A 9 is for a world-class performance, a world-class film. I don't like this thing that everything's put. I mentioned it once before, I think, on the Living with Madeley feed. I remember reading the PlayStation magazine and Tomb Raider, the first one, which, by the way, is one of my favourite games. I think it got 109%. It got 10.9 out of 10.
God, yeah.
That just, it's just not right, is it?
Yeah. I remember, not really that similar, but I remember Supergrass's greatest hits. It was called Supergrass's 10. And the enemy gave it 10 out of 10, and he used the 10 on the album cover. And I thought, you would not give that 10 out of 10 if you couldn't use that quite smart bit of artwork. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and from what I know of Supergrass, I'd be very surprised if it was.
Bloody good band. Although I don't know if anyone saw them at Glastonbury when they said, "Come on, everybody," and literally silence, tumbleweed.
Justice was served.
A bit like us when we were asking for a patron. Come on,
yeah, holding the mic out in silence.
Yeah.
Comment from Gary. Review left. Keep up this kind of shambles. Cheers, Gary. That's the aim. We don't aim to sort of become more professional. We like the level of
shambolic, mate. It's baby shambles. Yeah, but there's loads. By the way, we're gonna include them in this, but we'll do it next time. Thanks to everyone who has left ratings on Apple and stuff like that, on Spotify and what have you, because we did ask for that, and you've delivered. Some of you, 6 of you, 7 maybe. But
I think we're actually nearly back to the sort of same level of subscribers on Spotify and Apple that we had previously. We're not far away.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, cheers everyone. And if you haven't done that, you're probably not listening, so you won't know.
It's off.
Yeah, go
by
away.
By the way, Liam, I'll tell you this live. Well, I'll ask you this live. I've had to set my earphones out Mourinho style, not because like you're boring or anything, but I lost my earphones at work. Don't know how. So I've been using these other ones, and I can't hear. So I've had to take it out. Are you getting any feedback from this? This is like Live Aid. You know when all Paul McCartney could Live Aid, sorry, all Paul McCartney could hear with feedback when he was singing "Let It Be."
Is this a build up to you wanting to sing "I Don't Like Mondays"?
No. But
I'm not getting any feedback. I wouldn't have known. I did not know that you've switched audio.
This is where we go to. Please give us 5-star. Anyway, carry on, Liam.
Jack was just listening to your listeners' feedback episode. You mentioned Kim from How Clean Is Your House. As the episode ended, the news came that Kim had just died. Is the curse back?
Yeah, that's the first killing of the new show, I think.
Is it? Where did someone else? Have we injured somebody else? So yeah, on the early Living with Madeley feed, we mentioned people who tended to die quite soon after we mentioned them, and that was the curse of Madeley. And obviously, Kim is the first fatality of this series.
And I still don't really know who she
10
is.
episodes in.
Yeah,
you
10
know
episodes.
She's the quite sort of oversized woman. Big
eyes.
Yeah, big eyes.
Was she on I'm a Celebrity?
I think so, but I don't know that.
Who's the one who fainted? That was Gillian McKeith, right?
Yeah, she's not Gillian McKeith. No, they're different people.
Kim and Agate.
Kim and Agate, hair
how clean is your
head,
house?
Little bun on top of her head.
I know what I mean.
We must clean this house, precious. Like always, really passive aggressive. Now, come on, sweetie, you must do better.
You must do better with this. I think, I often get her mixed up with Trini and Susanna, who are the look how fucking shit you've dressed. You look like a right pile of dog shit.
I don't remember that episode. Comment from the Major Charles. Always think Liam and Andrew podcast vehicle hasn't really properly started until they bump off a beloved celebrity. Barrymore is a lucky man.
He is, because we have got a Barrymore episode somewhere in the vaults, but we don't know where it's gone. So if
we can't find the recording, I mean, he's safe for now, isn't he? But if we can ever dig that out, then who knows? I don't know. I'd be interested to. We tried not to sort of be quite cowardly on that. We did actually talk about some of the controversy,
we talked about the big incidents. I'm disappointed. We went deep in. Excuse the pun. Deep into the big incident, and you found something amazingly funny out that I don't want to give away now in case we find the episode again.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
But move on, because we don't want to ruin it.
We'll move on. So Nav sent us a report about how the world's oldest marathon runner died. He was 114. And started running at age 89. Imagine that. Do you know what I fancy? I would start doing marathon running at 89.
I've had my nan round today. She's 88. We might get her an episode we're thinking about at some point. But yeah, I can't. Well, she's quite I'm going to say real. I'm going to say she's quite a fit woman. Not, you know what I mean? She's quite active as a woman for her age. I can't imagine her going running.
No, I mean, you've sent me a clip of her slowly walking into a room and adjusting a jacket, Donald Trump style.
Yeah, Donald Trump style, when he pushes the Serbian Montenegro, should I say, president out of the way. Yeah, but yeah, so I don't know if that's the fact he started running at 89. I can't work out here if did he get to 89 because he wasn't exercising, or did he last till 114 because he started exercising? Do you know what I mean? It's a difficult one, because 89 is a good age.
Well, I read it initially as a joke that the world's oldest marathon runner has died. He's 114. He started running the marathon when he was 89. So as in like, it's taken him 26 years.
I've missed
16 years. I don't know. I don't know if that's right. I'm not sure.
Right. That makes more sense. By the way, I'm going to stick up for Mike Porquet Apare here, because as you know, when I've had I'm going to say one too many drinks. When I've had about 4 pints, I fancy a nice cigarette sometimes. But I stopped doing it. And yeah, but our mate came out, Brendan. He's, again, not a non-smoker. But when drinks have been flowing, he likes to get the cigarettes out. So I had a couple of cigarettes with him, and I did a run 2 days after, and it was the best run I've done all year. So people who don't know, Mike Porcupari says that everyone should have one cigarette a day because it cleans out your lungs, and I think he might be right.
And there was sort of first advertised as like a sort of breathing aid, weren't they?
I think they need to research more into this because I was thinking, not only did I get battered on weekend, like a few drinks in the sun and all that sort of stuff, and it was hot, I'd also having a few cigarettes as well. I thought this is going to be a terrible run. Unbelievable. I felt like, what's his name? Steve Cram.
Condemn or condone cigarette smoking for marathon
Well,
running.
my mum is literally dying of COPD caused from cigarette smoking, but...
So we do condemn it probably then.
So we do condemn it, but at the same time...
It did help you run.
It did help me run. So maybe there's a line to be drawn. Don't do 40 a day like she did or whatever, and just have a couple. I just think Mike might be onto something. Once again, I think he's I think he's onto something.
We don't have any medical research background, do we? So
not really, no.
No, certainly not like accredited. But anyway, Gaz sent us the Donald Trump REM. So yeah, I sent this to you. You can't unhear it, can you?
Is it Losing My Religion? No, is it?
Losing My Religion, yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
It does sound unbelievably like Donald Trump, to the point where once you've heard it, it's quite hard to unhear it.
So if anyone heard this, everyone will have heard Losing My Religion. If you haven't, just play Losing My Religion and imagine it's Donald Trump singing. It sounds exactly like him.
Brought me to my knees, beautiful knees, the best knees.
Best knees, greatest knees.
Not lyric.
We were in a pub, weren't we, on Tuesday actually, and they had the news because those cheapo pubs who haven't got Sky, and they just have BBC News on all day with subtitles on, and they were on Werner Trump, and I said, "What's this idiot up to now?" And subtitles were saying he's not an intelligent man. He's low IQ, very low IQ.
He's got a low IQ, it's the lowest. I passed the tests. I finished the test and actually added an additional question myself.
Because it were a really serious thing you were talking about. There were loads of like photographers and stuff. We didn't know where it works. We couldn't hear it, and it was just him talking about his own IQ and like people's low IQ. Then he left. Like goodbye.
Yeah, I just walked away. Chango Mutley. Yeah, quite an interesting one. This I didn't quite know what to make of it. Sent us a trailer. So on the Liver and Maidley feed, we did an episode fairly early on, I think, called "I Swear I Can't Help It," which was the Johnny Davidson Tourette's guy. We watched a documentary about that. They're actually making a film of his life.
Yeah, I
think it
looks genuinely good. Like it's the right. It looks really good because it looks funny, obviously. But it really does look like sort of like it's going to be like quite a heartfelt thing. I think it might be. I don't know. I can imagine Ken Loach directing it. It doesn't. I haven't looked into a director. You're not going to get that from me. But it might be. It might be the 101st film that I go and see that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'd be up for watching that 100%. We move on to feedback on the Liar Liar episode. So, Trader Blade, love this episode. Even if I was shouting the actual plot at the car stereo. So, yeah.
Yeah, he gave us a few suggestions. We've got loads of suggestions what to do next in this. We've written them all down. So, next time we do, who can remember whatever film plot, we've got loads of suggestions now. So, cheers for that.
Yeah, and that's kind of the point of those ones, hopefully, is that it's a balancing act. We want to remember enough that it's not just us not remembering anything, but we hope that some of the listeners remember a little bit more than us, or a kind of.
Well, we got a lot of suggestions for Hot Fuzz, and I went to see that at cinema. I've only seen it once. I can't commit to that one. To be fair,
he hasn't wore it since. Tyrone, I was screaming, "It's the guy from Saw!" all the way through. However, I remember Andrew hasn't seen many films, so I'm not sure if he's seen Saw.
I've never seen Saw.
I have seen Saw. I don't know which guy he means, though. Does he mean the...
Is it the dad?
I'm guessing it must be the dad that we thought, or I thought certainly, was Billy from Beverly Hills Cop. I'm guessing it might be him that he's talking about, but I've not seen Saw enough times to know who that is. But yeah, we bow down to your film knowledge. We're expert rememberers, but we don't know that many films.
Yeah.
Ben, guy from Beverly Hills Cop. So this I was trying to think of. He's got a great name, Judge Reinhold.
Yeah.
I think Liam may be thinking of the Santa Claus, in which he plays an awkward but well-meaning stepdad. Absolutely right on the money. That is exactly what I was thinking of. So nailed it. Coming from Nav, The Wrestler, Sting film scenes which never made the final cut.
The Wrestler Sting. Yeah.
The Wrestler Sting. I thought he meant in the film The Wrestler.
No,
Sting.
The Wrestler Sting films.
Message
Man who's never read English
bottle,
before.
Yeah.
Sting. The famous.
I don't know The Wrestler Sting.
Well, it's fucking irrelevant to you, then, isn't it? To be fair, cheers, though, Nav. Anyway, but that did not interest Liam, that comment.
I mean, in hindsight, yeah, he's obviously talking about the film Wildlife. It would be weird if he was talking about the film The Wrestler, and it would be weird if Sting was in a film called The Wrestler. To be fair,
Imagine, you did talk to what were it? That sex thing. You know, he has sex for like 100 hours. What's it called?
What, you think he could like pin people in sort of?
Yeah, I reckon he's obviously got a lot of stamina, hasn't he?
Yeah, you know that stamina, don't you?
Stamina. And I did know that, but what were it yesterday that I couldn't say? We were talking not privately. We were talking on the phone yesterday. What were it? What were it?
Yeah.
Mispronunciation. I could not say it. Yeah. I genuinely couldn't say it. Because you know what I'm like? I mispronounce. I just could not say it. Ridiculous. Dyspraxia.
Is that dyspraxia?
Well, probably not. But...
This guy's got a low IQ. I go for a test with him. John, I swear the Highlander is on every Saturday late night on BBC One, and ITV2 really likes The Equalizer. I mean,
I've never seen either of them.
Really?
No, I've got the Highlander soundtrack, but because Queen, I've got A Kind of Magic on tape, cassette tape from when I was really young.
In the famous one, Who Wants to Live Forever?
Yeah, but Kind of Magic's on it. One Vision, Friends Will Be Friends.
Friends Will Be Friends on it. That doesn't seem to fit.
Princes of the Universe. Here we are.
Yeah, I can see that.
Born to be kings. Is that brilliant when he goes, bring on the girls?
I wonder when they play Friends Will Be Friends in the film. I'd be interested to know that.
They might not. I don't know, because there's a lot. It's not a very good album, to be honest. The hits are decent, obviously. Is Hammer to Fall on that one? Hammer to Fall might be on that one as well. But the hits are good, but the fucking album tracks are terrible.
That's one of your favourite Queen bits, isn't it? Is it the He Who Stands Up Tall and Proud? Was it
just a shadow in the mushroom cloud?
Yeah,
these our voices can't be heard. You just want to scream it louder and louder. And brilliant. Anyway.
We move on to human combustion. So this was the spontaneous human combustion episode. Chimpanzee. The reason feet and hands remain is the absence of a lot of fat, which is the main combustible element. It's the fat soaking into the clothes and creating a candling effect. That means the fire doesn't spread. I saw a doc where they burned a pig to prove this.
Very interesting.
I mean, I'm not doubting Chimpanzee. It sounds like he's done his research, but
yeah,
why would the head burn then? There's no fat on your head.
I don't know. You'll have to ask Chimpanzee. I don't know.
I mean, obviously, it's mainly filled with a brain, which is mainly water, or is it like a sort of mucus? But yeah, I don't know. I'd be surprised why the head burned if that's the case. But yeah, I'd be interested to see the doc where they burned the pig to prove it. Nelson, not sure what he brackets the man who invented the parachute suit. So this is from your video of the guy jumping off the Eiffel Tower.
I shared that, by the way, on Twitter, and it got done for being X-rated.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it got done for being X-rated. Yeah.
I'm not sure what he was expecting, throwing himself off a great height with only one of Liam Gallagher's oversized parkas to slow him down. So I'm guessing that's the sort of the reference to it looks like a sort of scruffy coat, doesn't it? What he's made.
Yeah, just like he's got like a massive parka on. Yeah, all right, mate. It's fucking probably Liam Gallagher when like halfway through its all and he can't deal with it all anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going well actually from what I've seen. A bit of a tangent, but yeah, I think Liam's sounding good at the Oasis reunion. Dave,
Carl actually when he's gone. I think he went to Heaton Parks. He put like his girlfriend got him a surprise and said, "Don't save the date for that," but he didn't. She didn't tell him what it was.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I jokingly said, I did look at the gig list, and I said, "What about if it's Jazzy Jeff at the Leeds Social Club?" But he said he'd have enjoyed that as well. So. You know, maybe
can't lose,
maybe next
you?
birthday.
If it's Jazzy Jeff or Oasis, you can't lose.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Dave, the Hoarder Brothers story reminded me of the late, great Mr. Trebus, the Polish hoarder from the series Life of Grime. You know what? I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, he sent us a video of it, which I not because I said I ain't got a clue what you're talking about.
I hadn't seen
Responded
the
and he sent
video,
it.
right?
Ah, yeah, but I don't remember it at all.
In my head, this could be complete nonsense. It probably is. I don't know where I've got this from. He spoke with quite a high voice. I don't know if that's.
That's like Chancery.
It's not even that big. It's not even that messy. No, I don't know. I don't remember. I can kind of picture him, I think. But I think he spoke with a very high-pitched voice. Webding, all I remember about spontaneous human combustion is being utterly shit scared of it. I bought an Unexplained Mysteries book while we were on holiday in the Norfolk Broads and laid awake thinking, at least I'm near water. Yeah, so he could roll from the boat into the Broads if he ended up
as he's on fire. Yeah, imagine that as a sight. Imagine seeing someone running. You're having a relaxing holiday at Norfolk Broads, and just looking out like your window and seeing someone.
I think what's funny with Webding as well, because he looks like everyone. He's got hundreds of lookalikes.
But,
and on fire, God. Webding. You could think it's anyone, couldn't you?
Oh my God, it's Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead. He's on fire.
It's Jackie Chan. Oh my God, he's on fire.
Yeah. You think it was one of his movies, like he's doing a stunt
film set, yeah. Hold on, yeah. Anyway, yeah, Ange. So we got a message. Have we done that on the previous one? Anyway, this is Ange. My dad had a book of strange deaths. One I recall the photo, not the cause, but resulted in a man falling downstairs and landing head first on coconut matting, which left a bloody imprint of the matting on his bald pate. Is that right?
I don't know. I ain't got the nose. So.
Well, that's what you've sent me on his bald.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Pate. Yeah. Pate.
But I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I think we know what she's getting at.
On his bald. I'm intrigued whether you've written something down there wrong. Or
let me have a look. Hang on a minute. Pate. Pate. It's ground meat and fat mince.
Pate?
Is it? No. Oh yeah, pate. But is it? Hang on.
What's going on?
Pate. Hang on. Listen. Pate can mean the top of a person's head. I did not know that.
Oh no. So I'm. Yeah. So once again, we've exposed our ignorance.
Yeah, but there must be other people who didn't know that. I didn't know pate could mean top of your head.
I just thought pate is like a French name for like a sort of pureed liver, like.
Yeah.
Is it just pate? Where are you getting the pate from? Because I think in French it's got the mark above the E.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's pate. I've never heard that then before. Pate for pate's sake. Anyway,
yeah, we've absolutely ridiculous our review of that. Apologies, Ange. Your comment makes sense. We have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And now we get to talking about. There's been an ongoing. Investigation, is that the right word? So Craig has been keeping us updated with something he's been doing offline. You've obviously not sent me the feed here, so I can't remember the full extent of how many times this has been done. But effectively, I think you said Skellington, didn't you?
I always say Skellington instead of skeleton, and
I corrected you, and you sort of said, "Oh yeah," and you doubted yourself. So he's been deliberately using the word Skellington a lot. And pronouncing it Skellington
conversation,
to his partner to see if she'll pick him up on it.
And so far, well, he's given up after about 2 days, but no, nobody picked her up on it. Nobody picked him up on it, and I wonder.
He had multiple attempts, though, didn't he? Like,
yeah. And maybe she's a Skellington and don't realise.
Well, I wonder whether sometimes there's like a thing where it's like almost like people deliberately mispronunciate something as a. It's quite endearing. It's their version of something. Like Jodie's mum can't say lots of words, like, but she says chimley instead of chimney and stuff. But that's just
chimley.
Her. Yeah, I mean the weirdest one is instead of mirror, she says mirror, which I've
my nan instead of cemetery, she says symmetry. She always says, "Well, take me up to the symmetry and I'll lay flowers down." What symmetry?
Yeah, but I wonder with some of these things, do they know that's not the word, but that's just how they say it?
I don't know if I've ever said this before on Maidley episodes, one of the Maidley episodes even. But my nan used to think that, do you know Mull of Kintyre? Mull of Kintyre. I wasn't born when that were out, but my dad tells me that she used to think it were bollock in time.
What?
Bollock in time. I don't understand it at all, but he says, "Oh yeah, they used to sing it all the time." It's like a family thing that sometimes comes out.
Well, she thought like it were being like deliberately offensive.
Time. Yeah, I don't know. Bollock in time by Mr. Sir Paul McCartney.
Oh, like bollocking time, as if like
I don't know.
Time for being told off
in time. Bollock in time. I don't know, but that's what she used to sing. I'll get more into this next
Right.
listeners one that
It's
we do.
to say we talked about we can't use too many minutes. We spent a huge amount
This
of
is
minutes on this episode.
We've left it too long. Normally, this is another thing. We try and do one of these once a month, but we've left it. So we got another episode out last month, so we didn't do one of these. But we've just fucked it up because this is going to take like two. We're going to have to pay.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
If you're still here, thank you.
Yeah.
Live 8 episode. So Adam, I presume it's Mr. Follett, is it? Another
Yeah. Oh, this is brilliant.
Show?
Yeah.
Without this pod, I'd have gone to the grave telling everyone I know that Gervais did the dance at Earth Aid live at Wembley and not Live 8. I'd have been so embarrassed in the afterlife. Not an intentional pun. But then he's come back and found a video for the concert, which was done for Diana, which was the Earth Aid thing.
No, a week before Earth Aid, it's a completely different thing. He did concert for Diana. Yeah.
So he does the dance and also the silly little fat man thing. Video subtitle: witty, spontaneous, able to improvise, the traits that Ricky Gervais does not have.
Yeah. So have you watched the video?
I can't say that I have, to be honest. I don't know.
Well, basically, it's a concert Diana with Gareth Keenan, and he's doing Free Love, Free.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that, yeah.
And then there's bits of time to kill. So he does the dance, and then he does the silly little fat man sort of thing. It's so embarrassing. It's unbelievable.
I mean, like, the irony of that is that the sold his soul. Like, he's doing the silly things. Like, it's the equivalent of, you know, what's his thing when the whistle blows? Are you having a laugh? Is he having a laugh?
You having a laugh?
He's doing the equivalent of that in real life and then singing.
Sold his soul for a Patreon.
Thank you for that. You've headlined this Tufty Club. So did this not come from?
This come from the Tufty Club.
Tufty Club officials. So no one wanted to own it.
Nor Webding, or Webding, should I say?
So I think part of the reason Live 8 was so shit is the same reason we keep making excuses not to do rock and goal years for 06 and 7. So they've done I don't know what years they have done.
We've been waiting for this for about 5 years. Tufty Club have been teasing for about 5 years that they were going to do a rock and goal years. They started doing one for, I want to say 91, 92, or I don't even know if they finished that one, to be completely honest. They might have finished it. It was brilliant. And they sort of talked about football alongside music, basically Nick the rock and goal years, with their own twist on it. So I would like I'll bring that back, bring it back, do more of that.
I mean, they've sort of said music was wank back then, no scenes or movements, the charts were all but dead, and any good stuff was isolated, nothing new. Also Razorlight, which I kind of take the point, but I there's one song by Razorlight that I really like. That I can't think of the name of it.
Not that good. It's not Golden Touch, is it?
Love me wherever you are. It's quite slow. Anyway, somebody can let us know that. But I don't know. I think all the more reason to do it. I don't think it matters. The music, it helps if it's great, but it might be quite funny if the music isn't great. So I say, do the rock and goal years 06, 07, please, guys.
Yeah, do it.
Webding, Like Your Prayer is amazing, you daft bastards. Yeah, it's all right. Also, Kofi Annan was famous at the time, mainly for Bin Laden putting a bounty on his head, which is also the reason we had a photo. We had this photo in a frame. Yeah, so they've got the picture of Kofi Annan with a bounty chocolate bar on his head in the image that's shared. Somebody put something like great things that didn't happen or something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines. Yeah.
Finally, in a trilogy of calling you daft bastards, the Killers actually hadn't released and or written half the suggested set list when Live 8 happened.
I think this is. I don't think that's any excuse, to be honest. I think just because they haven't written Human, or
should still have done it, shouldn't they? Would have lifted it.
Should have still done it. It's obviously is in his head somewhere, weren't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm thinking that. You imagine if like he had to do improv and he just thought like Gervais has to do like the little he just keeps doing fucking I don't know. Somebody told me you just keep playing that same song. You've got to think out. You should have thought ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we believe it or not, we've not scripted any of this. This is live.
No.
We're just doing it, aren't we?
Yeah, just doing it. I don't think there's any reason why he couldn't have come on stage and at least done when you were young. What's it called? When we were young, because it would come out the year after. That's in his head. Yeah. Anyway,
that's nearly there. Comment from Matt. Couldn't believe Liam having a go at Stereophonics. They have a great set of songs. Yeah. Miles better than Keane. Such a dull band. 2 songs too many for them. Kofi Anna's Radio 1 DJ made me laugh. Yeah, you thinking Kofi Anna's a Radio 1 DJ.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of get possibly in terms of pop hits, Stereophonics had more. I just thought Keane were a little bit different. I quite liked him. I think Stereophonics is like absolute. I mean, now there's AI. I reckon we could write 10 Stereophonic songs in the next hour. I reckon.
Yeah, I do know what you mean. I'm supposed to be seeing them this year. I'm going to a festival in France and they're playing. But I do get what you mean. I do like them. They're not one of my favourite bands, but some at Tramlines a few years back, and they were really, really, really good. To be fair,
I absolutely don't dislike Stereophonics at all. I just think. It's just pop by numbers, isn't it? It's just like you want another hit? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to make one up live because I don't have that talent. I am not AI. Berlin Blade again. In a club in Berlin last week, as I went to a toilet cubicle, as I was doing my line, I sang really loud. I sit and wait. The girl in the cubicle sang the next line. The guy. What did I say?
Why would there be a girl in the cubicle? I suppose, but you know what I mean.
Multicultural Berlin.
It doesn't have to be if it's multicultural.
Yeah, but anyway, the guy in the next cubicle sang the next line. Next guy sang the one after. Before all the cubicles in Union were belting out the chorus. National Treasure. You'd not get out with fucking Keane. Yeah, so he's slagging off Keane as well. Yeah, Robbie Williams needs to be protected as the institution that he is. Very, very disappointed that someone in your position with your platform would say the things that you did. So you were slagging him off. I would defend him.
I didn't really slag him off. I just said, hey, I'm rich beyond my wildest dreams.
Yeah, that line is awful. I mean, I think he's
that.
done some great stuff. That line is indefensible, isn't
Rock
it?
Rock DJ is a brilliant pop song.
I
think he'd go down amazingly well at Glastonbury in the legend slot. But I think I've mentioned this actually in the comments, and Berlin said Wokebury will never have him these days. But I think he might be there next couple of years.
So I don't want to upset Berlin Blade. I think he's great. Obviously, you've met him a few times. I've only met him once. Absolute legend. I don't think he'd make it up, to be honest. I don't think it's his style, but I find that very, very far-fetched.
I'm not going to fucking pretend. I don't think everyone in a toilet in Berlin would do it online.
That's like... Maybe if you're in Stoke...
fair play. Berlin, maybe that...
Does an angel...
Maybe that's what happened when the Russians came for Hitler.
It reminds me very much of a Brooklyn Nine-Nine scene as well, where I get them to line up and to do... go on, what is it? Backstreet Boys song. You are my fire.
Tell me why.
Yeah, possibly that's true. I mean, Berlin lives in a world we can only imagine, so it's not
very,
impossible.
very true. Yeah,
it's not impossible.
True. Maybe he thought it happened. Maybe he's not lying.
Maybe it happens every day in Berlin Blade's mind. I don't know. But yeah, thanks, Berlin Blade. And so I'm getting to, believe it or not, dear listener, I am getting to the end of these comments now.
For you, I've got to go next ones as well.
Yeah. So Gary, Andy's Sting impression had me in tears. I don't remember what you did with Sting. What did you?
You don't have to put on the red lights. We were the Lenny Henry thing, man. He does sing people might think I'm like, I don't know, taking the piss or, being cultural.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't think he sings exactly like that, if I'm honest.
He sings exactly like that.
If
you're going to be mad with anyone,
you don't have to put on the red light.
Yeah, be mad with fucking Sting, not me.
You don't do it with a Chinese accent.
Whatever he does, he sounds exactly like I've just seen. If that were on radio, people would be going, "Oh, yeah, Sting's on, is there?"
Right, we'll leave it there. Nav, very educational episode. I had no idea this event took place, and that's exactly the vibe we were going for. That despite this being a sort of cultural event, it's just passed everybody by. Even Nav, believe it or not, even Nav.
Even Nav. So on to the Ronald McDonald episode comments, and I've got something to clear up here. Bobby B and Sad Ken both about the same thing.
This is your most controversial comment to date.
Yeah, so Bobby B said, "Fucking hell, Andrew. So glad within a millisecond you said not for me when talking about Dora the Explorer. Nearly crashed the car. She's supposed to be 7 years old. Great recover." And Sad Ken said, "I thought I was done with this podcast when Dora the Explorer was mentioned amongst the sexiest cartoon characters. But Mr. Beeden got him back on track, obviously the spooky episode, which we'll get to." I was looking at a list of cartoons and I misspoke. I saw a picture of Daria and said Dora the Explorer.
At the time, I thought it was odd that you said Dora the Explorer. I didn't know if I was missing something. I remember her as a probably about 6 or 7 year old character. And
I know it is. Yeah. I meant Daria.
I mean, to be fair, you were sort of quoting a list, but I thought at the time, God,
no, I wasn't. I was looking at imagine me. You're trying to help me out, like as the officer, and I'm going, no, that's not how it happened at all, officer. No, I was looking at a list of cartoons without the names.
Right,
and I saw
and
Daria,
you just read the wrong name out.
And I said Dora the Explorer instead of Daria. Surely that's
I don't know who Daria is, to be honest. So
Daria's that American cartoon character, isn't she? Like with the glasses on. That's why I said not for me, not because she's got glasses on, but it was insulting everybody. But I just said, not for me. Imagine if it was someone I did like Jessica Rabbit, and I go, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. Dodged a bullet.
Dodged a bullet, but I meant
you said the wrong thing.
Daria, even, not Doria. Daria. Done it again. He said it again.
Yeah, madness. I mean, one thing that are you going to get to the top? Because wasn't a comment you talked to him. Are you going to mention the Tom? What Tom said?
Yeah, well, I'm going to get to something in a bit actually. But again, Berlin comes up in this, and I'll talk about it then. But Ron said Jessica Rabbit was only called Rabbit because she took her husband's name, so she is human, which is I mean, obviously she is human, but you do think her as a rabbit, don't you?
No, I don't think I do, actually. No.
Ah, right. LJD says, knowing that the Cadbury's Caramel Bunny was voiced by, I can't pronounce the name, Miriam Margolyes.
Yeah, Miriam Margolyes, is it? Yeah.
Margolyes, yeah. Makes the memory a little different. Nothing against Miriam, though. Very witty and entertaining personality. Loves a swear and eats raw onions like apples. I didn't know that. I didn't know she did the voice for the fucking sexy Cadbury's rabbit.
No, it doesn't seem right, does it? But yeah, I don't. We're known for research, but I'm imagining that the research was done to prove that he's right. I'm willing to go with it. Yeah, I didn't know that.
We can't, obviously, this is going along enough, so we can't include all the comments, but there were a bit of a discussion about, sexy cartoon characters. Bill Lynn just piped up with I like Bambi, which is, for a number of reasons, I think is off colour, shall we say.
Yeah, I mean, it's not textbook, is it? But yeah, okay.
But you talk about our mate Tom. This is the guy who we've got cross wires. Well, I thought he said he fancied Pinocchio, and you thought he said he fancied Marla the lion.
Nala.
I talked to him. Oh, sorry.
Nala.
Sorry. I spoke to him at the weekend, and he said both. He said he would say Nala as a joke, but he did get confused with Pinocchio. So so both.
He meant to say Pocahontas, and he said Pinocchio.
Yeah.
And then he kind of said Nala as a joke, but people there didn't take it as a joke.
He says it as a joke. You have to take his word for it, I suppose, don't you?
Yeah. Was Pinocchio a joke? I don't know. Only Tom can tell the tale.
Only Tom can tell us. Tyrone says the Tetley Tea catchphrase was, "That's better, that's Tetley's." And he says that's been burned into his brain. That's better, that's Tetley's.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Glacier and Andy said, he seemed quite mad because he put a question mark and an explanation mark after, which is the sign of anger, isn't it? He says, "Where was the man from Del Monte or the milk tray man?" And JP also mentioned the man from Del Monte. We didn't mention him.
Yeah, as the sort of food mascots. Yeah, that's a good one. I never even thought of it, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I forgot about the man from Del Monte.
The man from Del Monte. He used to come and try a piece of fruit, didn't he? And then it'd nod.
Yeah.
EC, yeah.
Yeah. Matt said, did we mention the Smash Robots? No. He said, did you mention the Hofmeister Bear? No. Again, two other ones. But we might leave that open for a second part, to be fair. On the Ronald McDonald thing, we're obviously going to be initially about Captain Birdseye. And Sam from the Pinch gave us the idea for it. And he got a lot of kickback because Eggy says, Captain Birdseye, a randy pirate? Surely he's just the captain of a fishing boat. Anne said, since when was Captain Birdseye a randy pirate? Or a printer of any kind? I think he actually means pirate. Wasn't he always just the captain of a ship? And he's in a captain's uniform. It's his actual name. Yeah. So, and then Sam said, look, I've just found the advert, which I remember from the childhood. And it's a different one. It's a cartoon character. I don't know how he's got this fucking mixed up, but he's mixed up another advert with a cartoon Randy Pirate with Captain Birdseye, and he just put Jesus, memory is a weird thing. So the whole episode was
based off something that didn't exist.
Yeah, it didn't exist. Yeah. Unbelievable.
It's what happens when you're remembering stuff, though. It's, even when you get it wrong, sometimes we're experts.
Sometimes we get it wrong. Gary says, I absolutely live for the mundane tea conversation. Who remembers tea should be on your radar. Love to do that, but it is obviously still going tea in it, so you can't really get away with it.
Don't like hot drinks, so...
No, you don't, no. But when we're going to chop St. Leonard's, I think this is the sort of fucking talk that's going to go down, don't you? Like teas and
tea and stuff,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah. Alex says, great pod. I must admit, though, I nearly skipped this episode after reading the title because I thought it was going to be half an hour of Ronald McDonald. Probably the worst title we've ever done.
We've made a mistake. Yeah, we've realised that that's not good, like naming it so specifically. I mean, particularly when you generated the AI image and made it quite creepy, and we thought, oh, yeah, that's quite funny, that. But who remembers Ronald McDonald? And it says behind him, I killed Mr. Wimpy. It looks almost like a sort of true crime documentary, doesn't it? Like, we got that one wrong.
Behind the curtain, it's our lowest views, lowest listens of the new series. So yeah, that backfired. So Alex, thank you for
live and learn.
Confirming what we already thought. Carl says the Wimpy in Huddersfield was still trading by the mid-noughties when his wife was at uni. He says it's like the chain went bust and they just forgot to let that store know.
Nobody told them and they just carried on. It's like them. When some guys out in Vietnam or something that thought World War II was still carrying on.
There's a brilliant one in the Viz where it said in a dressing room in 1966. This was like in 2004 or whatever. They found a North Korean player who didn't believe that the game was over. He was still waiting to be called out for the second half. Stacey Jane says, was it a thing to punch Mr. Wimpy in the nose, or was that just us? At first I thought, well, she's a psychopath, clearly, but I think I might have, because he's got a massive protruding nose, hasn't he?
Yeah, didn't he have a burger for a head with like a big nose sticking out of it?
Yeah, massive like.
Was it a burger for a head? No, maybe not.
No, not a burger for a head. He had like a big hat, but like his eyes were like his nose came out.
Compressed head, weren't it, with a big nose sticking out of the front?
Squashed head. So
I don't remember punching his nose. I can probably see why that might be a thing, but I don't recall.
Did punch his nose? Smash a like in the comments down in the comments.
Yeah, punch that like button as hard as you punched his nose, if you remember.
Yeah. Jack says he was an official member of the Burger King's Kids Club, and he even had an official membership card, something that I've unfortunately not got.
I'm just looking at Mr. Wimpy now. He doesn't actually have any eyes. His hat comes down.
I thought I was going to say he don't have any eyes. He's like his hat covers his eyes, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's just got a nose and a mouth.
Nav says Ronald McDonald never made a visit to the McDonald's restaurant that he used to work for, which is sad. But John said Ronald did pay a visit to the McDonald's he used to work for back in the 90s, and it was played by the one and only going live star, Peter Simon. This is what I don't get right. So he says,
blows my mind out. What?
Yes. So he's in it. Yeah. So he says no one, not even staff, was supposed to know it was going to be him playing Ronald. Apparently sneaked in the back door, and he was allegedly on $1,000 for 2 20-minute meets with kids. And he also says, unfortunately, I'm really genuinely upset about this. He said he was the most up his own arse man he's ever met.
Yeah, I'm hoping he just caught him on a bad day, because I do like Peter Simon, but
as a massive,
I don't get what
fan,
it means. Like, he's playing him. It's not like, do you know, like where sometimes characters take off the kind of the head and there's a celebrity underneath, and it's like, oh my god, it was David Beckham all along. It's not like you would be watching it and then like think, oh my God, that's Peter Simon. It would just be Peter Simon dressed as Ronald McDonald.
That's what I mean. So they've wasted the money, haven't they, really?
I would rather just see Peter Simon.
Yeah, just Peter Simon. Fuck Ronald McDonald. You don't have to even dress up. Just come out and just say, all right, everyone
or
all
get
right,
both, or get someone unknown to do the Ronald McDonald. That
hey,
doesn't
kids,
matter.
you're like me. What about Peter Simon? That's how he speaks.
It could happen like that, yeah.
Well, talking to Americans, actually, Chad says, I oddly enough think they stopped Old Ronald around the same time. Now it's the more friendly purple bastard Grimace. I had to look this up, but I do know what he's on about. It's that little purple thing that's the mascot now at McDonald's.
I'm going to do some live remembering.
Just
what
don't play in purple bastard Grimace, because I think he's added the bastard, but yeah.
Typical Chad, yeah.
Yeah, classic Chad.
Ronald McDonald. Oh, no, not Ronald McDonald. Ronald McDonald's Grimace. Shall I search that?
Yeah. That's what it is, purple. You'll see.
Yeah.
Little man.
I think I've seen that before, but is that...
Yeah.
What is that then?
I think that's the main mascot now, the more friendly... Yeah, that's the mascot now.
There's pictures of Ronald McDonald and that thing together. Like
no more Hamburglar.
He's already dead.
He's already dead. Right, on to the Subbuteo episode with Mr. David Beeden. Glacier Hernandez says he doesn't know what's funnier, Liam calling Andrew Eggy or the fact that Andrew responded to being called Eggy. He just says he just throw it on the never-ending pipe of monikers for you. So you call me Eggy, and it sometimes sounds a little bit like Eggy.
I've always known you as Eggy since I've met you. Your dad calls you Eggy. Your surname is Haig. I've always known you as Eggy. It is a bit odd that I don't know, about 6, 7, 8 years ago, whenever I met Eggy, there's now Eggy and Eggy. And then, they sound quite similar in conversation. So, it was Eggy, but it might have sounded like Eggy. So I get his confusion, but it was.
Yeah. But it's
I didn't think you were Eggy.
We've cleared up me, not fancying a 7-year-old cartoon character, and the worst thing of you getting my name wrong. We've cleared both up in this episode.
Yeah, I did not think I was talking to Eggy. I knew I was talking to Andrew Haig, and I referred to him as Haggy.
Bobby B said Deadbite is a top expert guest. Agree. He says, however, I'm admiring him and shocked in equal measure, as if blacking up Brian Dean with a brown felt tip pen wasn't enough, taking advantage of his dad's MS to win a game, for fuck's sake. So, two controversial things there from Deadbite.
Showed a dark side to his character, didn't he? He let
I can't. I'm not going to answer for him. I'm not going to answer for him. And he's also sent us some things, Bobby B, which I didn't have a chance to put onto this thing, but I'm going to look at the videos after.
Yeah, they've come in not long
literally as we started,
recorded, yeah.
But it's about the alternative striker game where you have to press long neck. Someone else mentioned it as well.
Yeah, there's a couple of versions. One where you push someone's head down and they do a kick, and he's mentioned a magnetic game. But I mean, to be fair to Deadbot as well, by the way, like he was sort of worried after recording he talked too much. That was the perfect blueprint for any guests who want to come on. He knew his stuff. He led it well. I know he got a little bit stick for the sort of blacking up of his players, but I think the fact that he was so desperate for a Garner and Dean up front,
absolutely,
is actually, completely the opposite to.
This is the most controversial. It's not the most controversial episode. Like, it feels like we haven't had many controversy. We've got 3 huge topics here that we're having to. Well, no, yours is not really. You just got someone's name wrong. It's not really up there with racism and paedophilia.
Cancel culture. You've got to be careful.
Phil said he I just remember the goals that had been repaired that many times with superglue. The posts were about 3 times the size of they were when you first got them, and he said exactly the same with the stick that controlled the goalkeeper.
Yeah, they were very breakable, weren't they? I mean, like the nets particularly. Obviously, Deadbot had his dad made him metal nets, we revealed, but the flimsy ones, you only had to sort of nudge them and they'd break. So, I could kind of see that. Yeah,
Cappy said no idea how, but he had stickers that were meant for sticking on lampposts to stop people leaving dog shit everywhere that said no fouling. But he cut them out and stuck them all around the green fences of his Subbuteo setup. So inventive, creative.
Yeah. So what is he talking to the players then? No fouling or the.
Yeah, I presume so. Yeah, no fouling on my pitch from Cappy.
But like I'm overthinking.
I think you're looking too way.
He's one of the people playing, isn't he? Like, is he telling himself, "Don't foul"?
I don't know. Cappy, let us know. Were you talking to yourself? I imagine you were about 8 when you were doing this. Although I don't know why he's got loads of stickers saying no fouling, like leaving. Like, why were it his job to go around sticking these stickers in places?
I mean, I just think obviously, like watching real football, you don't want loads of fouls, but I don't think I've ever seen a no fouling board.
I'm more interested to see how he's got so many no fouling stickers in the first place.
There must have been a lot of
dog shit. They said, we
crap
know the man
on
who's
his-
going to fucking stick these around. He's wasted them on his Subbuteo set. Pliny said he loved Subbuteo as a kid. He was gutted when his mum got rid of it all just because he'd moved out many years previously. Yeah, I mean, my mum got rid of my NME collection as I was living with her. Like, it just came in when I said, oh, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know, probably about 6 months later, I said, oh, where's my enemies? I threw them. What? They're worth about fucking £4 now, all them.
Your 442s are still going strong, though, aren't they?
442s are sold out. Well, no, yeah, now. I mean, I'm a bit of a hoarder like them brothers, actually. I've got fucking shit all over the place. I'm just looking around now. There's just.
If you want a 442 magazine from mid-90s or an On Goals and Gas video from the same era.
Yeah, I've still got the On Goals
and
Gas.
Your bedroom is like a. It's like a sort of museum for that sort of stuff, isn't it?
Absolutely all over. Anyway, Ron said he enjoyed that. Dead Bat spitting knowledge. Niche, some may say. Sorry, niche, some may say nerdy, but still knowledgeable. Says he's nearly 50 and he missed the Subbuteo heyday. He was shit at it, though. Never really had anyone to play with, and set it up was a massive ball ache. Did enjoy the size of the novelty trophies, though. We obviously touched on that with the massive trophies were bigger than the players.
Yeah. Yeah, which I don't know if that's still in the modern era. I don't know if that's still, because you can imagine now I'm almost doing like real to scale, like the podium and the sponsor boards behind and the trophies. I'm guessing they might have gone less novelty and more realistic now, but I don't know that.
Top Boy said he used to have a mate who played Subbuteo, and for big games, he put on a suit and got a decent bottle of red to share with the opposition manager.
I love stuff like that. I love that. That's sort of British, that eccentricity. We mentioned my mate Furness used to put on a suit with a tie for a Champions League final, and stuff like that's absolutely brilliant.
Your mate Furness, well, my mate Furness as well, but obviously you knew him before I did. He obviously used to do his own chants as well, didn't he, for players?
Yeah.
In fact, can I just tell another before? But yeah, we'll do the chant thing. Where do you want to do the Legwinski chant? Because that one that.
Funnily enough, that's the first one that came to mind.
Yeah,
he's got lots of them, but he did. He's Legwinski, Legwinski, Ooza Legger, Legwinski.
Yeah, he used to sing them on his own. And another funny Furness story while we're at it is he wanted to be a commentator, didn't he? When he was younger, and he is good. He knows his stuff. Very, very knowledgeable man. So we're going to send a tape off to RTV, I think, to show off. This is when he was really young, to show off his commentary expertise. And he was that busy, like looking at his book of stats or whatever. He missed a goal.
And he'd seen the game before. That's what was great.
So, and he'd seen it before.
On a second watching of the game, he was reading through his notes and stats. Missed a goal. Absolutely.
Yeah, missed the goal. Oh, well, I seem to have missed the equaliser there. Imagine. Chego Mutley and David both said, why didn't we mention The Undertones, My Perfect Cousin, which is you've never heard it though, have you?
No. Well, I don't know. Oh yeah, no. I've talked to you about it since. No, I think I have now, but I hadn't at the time that they've commented that. Yeah.
Because obviously the line is, you used to beat me at Subbuteo. He don't sing like that. I took a flick, he took a flick, and I didn't know. It's better than that. Anyway, Craig said, this is the last comment, luckily. Listening to the pod brought loads of memories of football-related games when he was a kid. One football game he had was for the original Game Boy. He said he can't remember what it was called because he was already young.
This is brilliant, this.
Yeah, he said the gameplay wasn't great. He said, I didn't realise after a long time that I wasn't actually selecting myself as a player to start the game. So he was just playing computer versus computer, pressing all the buttons and thinking he was controlling his team.
On a game, thinking the playability on this is really poor.
The funniest part of the story is that he realised that he wasn't in control of the players before his dad started playing too. So they must have spent a year before he figured out that they were both just watching the computer play itself.
That's the equivalent, like giving a toddler a PlayStation controller when a real life game is on and saying you're in control of these people.
Yeah. He says when he did eventually realise, he didn't tell his dad, and on weekends they go around to his house and he'd always say, "Don't forget to bring the Game Boy." So he carried it on for another year, thinking if he were playing, and he wasn't. He was just watching and pressing buttons. buttons, and he still doesn't know the truth to this day. My dad used to, when we used to go to arcades and stuff, when we were, I'm going to say abroad, when we were like at Skegness or whatever, it took me about 2 years to realise. He'd say, all right, come on, play this shoot 'em up, you got another gun. And he won't put a pound in for me. He'd just put
your gun weren't doing anything.
Yeah, and I'd just be shooting everything. But this is on another fucking level from Craig. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of think it's funny, even if it happened for a day or a week. I think the period of time to not realise is absolutely brilliant. To keep thinking like that, it's not that responsive, this, is it? Yeah, you're just watching a game.
Right, shit. I went right then. I mean, sometimes like we do that when we play games. Everyone does it. You like you do a crap shot. You said, I didn't press that button.
There's no way I press that.
No way. Imagine that all the time, and just him saying, "What the fuck?" Getting new joypads all the time. Like he thinks he broke.
Crazy.
Unbelievable. Thank you for all those comments. There were even more than that, but we obviously, as I said, we're trying to keep the fucking episode lengths down. We've not done a very good job.
Yeah, we've done a terrible job on that. Yeah,
terrible job. Longest episode is this. But thank you for.
I think, like we said, just to go right back to the start. If
give us your fucking money.
Yeah, if you would be kind of tempted with something a bit different, a bit more than this, give us a heads up. You can do it discreetly. You don't have to do it in full public view. And also, like I said, I think I said this back at the time. I'm not sure if I said the full point, but if we ever did anything behind the paywall, and you really wanted it, and you'd been part of this journey, but you couldn't afford it, that's fine. We'd find a way of giving people access who kind of still want to be part of it, but it's a little bit of a stretch at that period of time.
I don't think you should call it a journey, Liam, to be honest. It's not really been a journey. I
don't know. I feel quite sort of weary by it all. Do you not?
Yeah, fucking sign up. We're all fucking pissed off and bored about it all. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like a journey.
It's been like
8 hours to 8 hours to Cornwall. Fucking like, oh, for fuck's sake.
But that may be something that happens. It may be something that doesn't. But we will keep with the Tuesday episodes. We will keep doing listener feedback. Try not to leave it as long as this one, because then you get this ridiculously long rambling. It's not even about anything, is it? It's mad.
No, it's our worst episodes as well, because we just obviously. But we do want to read comments out, because there's some amazing comments and stuff. So let us know if anyone's asked at all about us, doing some more stuff. Then let us know. And until then, we'll see you Tuesday, which I can't remember what episode it's out, to be honest. But
it's between two, isn't it? And I can't.
It's between two, and they're both in the bag, but I can't.
One of them is music related. Another one is muscle bound hunk related. So either way, you're in for a treat.
Yeah, they'll be the next two anyway. So thank you, both listener requests as well. So if anyone's got any ideas, or I've got loads of listeners' requests now, so we are working through them, but keep them up. Thank you, Liam, anyway, today, spending your Saturday evening talking about, just us denying allegations.
Muchos gracias. It's not that, is it? Muchos. I don't know why I said it like that. Thank you.
I have a fucking clue. Bonjour, Del Boy. Thank you for listening to Who Remembers. If you want to get in touch with us, you can find us at whorememberspod@outlook.com. If you are a right-wing fascist, you can find us on Twitter at whorememberspod. Or if you're a wokenaut, you can find us on Blue Sky at whorememberspod. Once again, thank you for listening, and we will see you next time for more remembering.